Hello everyone. Today's lesson is on algebraic expression, and that includes addition, subtraction, multiplication, and some division problems. And then after that, we will be answering some SAT practice tests. Now let's begin. Adding and subtracting algebraic expression. To add or subtract algebraic expressions, we combine like terms. After combining like terms, how to combine like terms? We have to add the numerical coefficients and multiply the sum by the common variable. So let's have some examples here. You have 7x squared y minus 2x squared y plus 5x y squared minus 3x y squared. Now, if you notice, these two can be combined together. So that is 5x squared y. And this 2 as well. So that is plus 2x y squared. And this is now your answer. Number 2. You have here the quantity of negative 4m minus 7mn plus 8n minus the quantity of negative 4m plus 5n minus 7mn. Now, you can just rewrite this because there is no subtraction sign before the grouping symbol. So just write that as 4m minus 7mn plus 8n. Then this becomes, this one is actually like multiplying negative 1 to all of the terms here. So that is negative times negative gives you plus 4m. And then you have negative positive that gives you minus 5n. And then negative that gives you plus 7mn. Then let's try to combine like terms here. You have this and this, that is 0, with this and this, that gives you 0. What is left is 8n minus 5n, so you will have 3n, and that is your final answer. Let's have some multiplication problems here. But before that, to multiply algebraic expressions, we have steps to follow. And distributive law is used. So distribute each term of the first polynomial to every term of the second polynomial. And remember that when you multiply two terms together, you must multiply the coefficients or the numbers beside each variables and add the exponents of the variables, okay? And then after that, you can combine if it is possible to combine like terms. If not, then leave that as is, okay? Let's have some examples for multiplication. So you have here multiply 3x squared times the quantity of 4x squared minus 5x plus 7. So all you need to do is distribute that. So what is 3x squared times 4x squared? That is 12x to the 4th. And then 3 times negative 5, that is negative 15. The variables will be x cubed. And then 3 times 7, that gives you 21x squared. So this is now your answer. Then let's have the second example for multiplication. You have negative 6xy times 4x squared minus 5xy minus 2y squared. So just the same, you are to distribute negative 6xy to each terms of your trinomial here. So that is negative 6 times 4x squared. So that is negative 24 x cubed y. Okay, negative 6xy minus 5 times negative 5xy. So you will have plus 30x squared y squared, and then negative 6xy minus 2y squared, multiply that to negative 2y squared, so you will have 12xy cubed. Can you combine some of the terms? You cannot, because they have different variables and different exponents. Then let's have this. 3x minus 4y times 5x minus 2y. So the first thing is you distribute 3x to the other terms of your binomial here. So you will have 15x squared, and then that is minus 6xy. And then you do this as well. So you will have negative 20xy, negative and negative, that is plus 8y squared. You can combine the middle term because they have the same variables. So your answer would be 15x squared, then 6 and 20, that is minus 26xy plus 8y squared. And this is now your final answer. Let's have some SAT practice test here. The first question. How much greater than n minus 11 is n plus 3? This means that we are actually getting the difference between these two numbers, and since what is asked is how much greater than n minus 11 is n plus 3, so n plus 3 here is your bigger number. Okay, so that if we get the difference of these two numbers, we will have n plus 3 minus n minus 11. So this one, you can get rid of n here. Then what is left is 3 plus 11, which is equal to 14, and that is letter D. Number 2, which of the following expression is equivalent to 2y minus x minus 2y minus 2z minus 4 times x plus z? So we go back to your knowledge of PEMDAS, because this involves more than 2 operations and have a grouping symbols. So we get rid of the grouping symbols first before we can do the operations. So let's proceed. You have 2y minus x, and then you distribute that. So that is negative 2y plus 4z. And then distribute this. So you'll have negative 4x minus 4z. And then you can combine this, that is 0, this and this, that is also 0. What is left is negative x minus 4x, or you can have negative 5x. That is letter B. Okay, then let's proceed. Add 5 to a number n. Divide by 8, subtract by 1, multiply by 8. When the sequence of the operation has been completed in order, which of the following is an expression for the statement above? So this problem is actually asking us to simplify numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, make it into a very simple expression. So let's start. Add 5 to a number n, so that is n plus 5. Divide by 8, so that is n plus 5 over 8. Subtract by 1, that is n plus 5 over 8 minus 1. And then multiply by 8, so that is n plus 5 over 8 minus 1 times 8. And this is now your expression. And we need to simplify that because that is still a complicated one. So n plus 5 over 8 minus 1 times 8. This is a fraction, this is a whole number, so we can rewrite that as 8n plus 5 minus 8 times 8. Cancel 8. So what is left is n plus 5 minus 8. And that is just equal to n minus 3. So this is your answer, and that is letter C. The fourth question. If x is equal to 10, what is the value of x over 2 plus x over 20 plus x over 200? So all you need to do is substitute that. You have 10 over 2 plus 10 over 20 plus 10 over 200. Now we try to cancel the zeros here so that we will not be dealing with big numbers, and just leave this as a fraction, though you can write that as 5. Then find the least common denominator, which is 20. Then 20 divided by 2 times 10, that gives you 100. 20 divided by 2 times 1, that gives you 10. And 20 divided by 20 times 1, that is just 1. So your answer is 111 over 20, or 111 over 20, and that is letter C. Number 5. Which of the following is the simplest form of the expression negative 5 times the quantity of negative 2 times m minus 3 n plus 4n? So the first thing that we are going to do is we get rid of the grouping symbols. And since we have two grouping symbols here, we get rid first, or eliminate first, what is in the innermost part. So we first do the parentheses. So you have to distribute negative 2 to these terms here. That is negative 5 times negative 2m, negative and negative, that is plus 6n plus 4n. Simplify, okay. You may add 6n and 4n, so you can have negative 5 times negative 2m plus 10n, okay. Then you can distribute that. You can have 10m minus 50n. And that is letter A. The next number. What is the sum of 2x squared minus 3x plus 2 and x squared minus 8? Okay, so you are just going to add that. You have this term and this term can be added together, and of course your constants. So you will have 2x squared plus x squared, that gives you 3x squared. Copy 3x, and then you will have minus 6. So your answer is letter C. Then let's have the 7th question. Which of the following is the simplest form of the expression 3x squared minus 6x all over x squared plus 2x minus 8? Remember your lesson in factorization. So you have to factor each of this expression to be able to simplify. So you have 3x squared minus 6x all over x squared plus 2x minus 8 is equal to, you can factor this out, you have 3x, and then what is left is x minus 2. And then you can also factor this, that is x. And then what are the factors of 8? You have 4 and 2. See to it that the middle term will get a positive sign, so that is 4. Then simplify. You can now get rid of this. So what is left is 3x over x plus 4. And do we have that answer? Yes, we have letter B. What is the result when you add 3x over 4 to x plus 2 over 3 and subtract x minus 2? Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is add 3x over 4 plus x plus 2 over 3, okay, minus x plus 2 over 12, and that is, okay, so you add first this, get the common denominator, the lowest common denominator, which is 12, and that gives you 3 times 3x. Then plus, what is left is 4 times x plus 2. Okay, and this will be minus x minus 2 over 12. Then we can combine all of this with the denominator of 12. So you have 9x plus 4x plus 8 minus x minus 2. Okay, then simplify. You will have 9x plus 4x, that is 13, minus x, that gives you 12x. And then plus 6 over 12. Do we have this number answer yet? No, we could not find. So we simplify this further. You will have to factor it out. That is, because that can be, 6 can be factored out. So you'll have 2x plus 1 all over 12. And then you can cancel that. This gives you 2. So your final answer will be, that is 2x plus 1 over 2. And we have that is letter C, 2x plus 1 over 2. Then let's have this. What is the value of x that makes the expression below true? So this is a fraction, and usually you have many ways of solving this, but the easiest way is to get rid of the fraction thing. So what I will do here is you multiply the whole equation by the LCD of these fractions here. So you will have 3 over x plus 3 minus 4 over x minus 3. And that I will group is equal to 5 over x squared minus 9. And then the common denominator, or the LCD of x plus 3 and x minus 3, is just x minus 3 times x plus 3. Okay? And then what you do in this side, you will also do that in the other side of your equation. So I'll use another pen here so that you will understand. X minus 3 and x plus 3 is just equal to x squared minus 9. That is just difference of two squares. So in other words, I can multiply this by x squared minus 9. And then I can eliminate that, so what is left is 5. And here, I'm going to multiply that there. So that is x minus 3 times x plus 3 times 3 over x plus 3. So that will be cancelled out. What is left is 3 times x minus 3. And then you multiply that there. So what is left is minus 4 times x plus 3 is equal to 5. Then simplify further. So you will have 3x. That is like that. So minus 9. Then you have negative 4x minus 12 is equal to 5. Simplify further. You can combine these two, so that gives you negative x. Then 9 plus 12, that is negative 21, is equal to 5. So let's proceed. You have negative x is equal to 26, but we don't want a negative coefficient of x, so you'll have x is equal to negative 26. And if you want to verify if your answer is correct, you can substitute that to x plus 3. So you can have 3 over negative 23 plus 3. Just substitute the value of x, then you will be able to know that your answer is correct. Then let's have number 10. What is the product of y minus 3 and 2y plus 5? So product, you are just multiplying. So that is y minus 3 times 2y plus 5. So multiply that there. That gives you 2y squared plus 5y. And then this, you will have negative 6y, and that is negative 15. So combined like terms, you will have 2y squared, and that is minus y minus 15. So this is now your final answer. That's all for today, and I want you to do some exercises here. Add and subtract the following algebraic expressions, and then you do the multiplication as well. Answers will be written in your notebook. I will collect your notebook by the time you come to school in July. That's all for today. This is your teacher, Christina. Thank you for watching and listening to this video. I'll see you next week.